Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we start with a new chapter from class 11, that is sets. And in this video we will learn about definition of sets, properties of sets and representation of sets. Now before we move on to the detailed study of sets, let's learn who has given us the concept of sets. Now the theory of sets is given by German mathematician Georg Cantor. Now, the word set has a very close connection with us, especially girls. How can you tell me? It's jewelry sets. When we go for any occasions or somewhere, we always look for our jewelry sets. Okay, so there comes the word sets. Why does it called a set? Because as you can see from the picture, it's a collection of jewelry. When a collection of jewelry are kept at one place, that is called a jewelry set. From there, the concept of sets has arrived. So here we come with the definition of sets. The collection of well-defined objects is called sets. Whenever you talk about well-defined objects, like as for example collection of pens, collection of books, collection of cars, we say that it is called a set. Why? Because when we are talking about collection of books, we are talking about some well-defined objects. We know that when all the types of books are kept at one place, it is considered or it is called as collection of books. So such is the definition of set. Now in mathematics, we know there are many types of numbers like natural numbers, integers, real numbers. Those can also be called as collection of those specific numbers. Like when you talk about natural numbers, we tell that it is a collection of natural numbers, and you know natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinity. When you talk about integers, the numbers are -3, -2, -1, comma, dot, dot, dot. These are the negative numbers, 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the positive numbers. So when you talk about these sets of numbers, we tell that it is called collection of integers. Next, real numbers. What are real numbers? The total collection of rational numbers and irrational numbers are called real numbers. I have already uploaded the video. So where I have taught about rational and irrational numbers, there you will find it. So the entire collection is called collection of real numbers. Next is even number. What are even numbers? Numbers which are divisible by 2, those types of numbers are called even numbers. So therefore it can be called collection of even numbers. That means where all the even numbers are kept at one place. Next, collection of odd numbers, numbers which are not divisible by 2. Those type of numbers will be called odd numbers. Also, we will say that 0 is an even number and it is not an odd number. It is strictly an even number. Prime numbers. Prime numbers are such type of numbers which will be having only two factors, 1 and itself. And 2 is the only even prime number. So we can call it as a collection of prime numbers. Next is rational numbers and irrational numbers. We know that rational numbers are such types of numbers which can be expressed in the form of p by q. Any number which can be expressed in the form of p by q, provided the denominator can never be equal to 0. Like 2 by 3, -2 by 3, 0. These all are rational numbers. 2 by 3, see, it's expressed in the form of p by q, where p and q both are integers and it is a positive rational number. Likewise, when you talk about the next number, -2 by 3, -2 by 3, we know that it is comprised of -2 and 3 or 2 and -3. So that is an even that is a negative rational number because it is comprised of negative integers. Also 0 is a rational number because 0 can be expressed in the form of 0 by 1. Next is irrational numbers. What are irrational numbers? Numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of p by q, those are called irrational numbers. Like root 2, cube root of 7. That means square roots or cube roots of imperfect squares and cubes of any numbers are called irrational numbers. There can be complex numbers also. There can be whole numbers. I have missed out whole number. What are whole numbers? When we add 0 to the set of natural numbers, it is called whole numbers. So whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can mention over here whole numbers as well. When you are copying the notes in your copies, you can mention number 10th point as whole number. And whole number also we can call it as collection of whole numbers. What are whole numbers? When it starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, comma, dot, dot, dot. These are whole numbers. Next, we will come, or I'll give you few examples and you have to tell me whether they are sets or not. This type of questions can come for your exams, that find out whether the following are sets or not. See the first one which I have given, positive integers less than 6. Now what will be the answer of this? Positive integers, we are talking about only positive numbers and which are less than 6. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the positive integers and which are less than 6. So look over here, you can count the numbers and also it is well defined, and the answer will remain same for each and every one of us. It is fixed. That means it is fixed and it is well defined. It has to be fixed and well defined. Then it will be a set. So yes, the first one will be obviously a set. Coming to the second one, collection of religious books. Religious books means you can tell the Gita, the Mahabharata, the Ramayana, the Bible and the Quran. So there are specific set of books which is fixed and which is same, or it is a collection and it is fixed. So therefore collection of religious books will be considered as a set. Coming to the next one, that is sets of quadrilaterals. When you talk about various types of or sets of quadrilaterals, you know that all the four-sided figures are called quadrilaterals, like rectangle, rhombus, parallelogram, kite, and square. So these are all the types of quadrilaterals and many more, all the four-sided figures. So now look over here, can it be called a set? Obviously it will be called a set. Why it is called a set? Because it is fixed. We know that there are fixed number of types of sets of quadrilaterals. They are fixed and they are well defined. So therefore we will call it as a set. Last question, collection of 5 best cricketers of the world. Now look over here, some people may say Sachin Tendulkar is best, or some may say Kohli is the best, some may say Dhoni is the best, some may say some other player is the best. Since you have different players, then that means what? It is the collection will be different, or the answer will be different from person to person. So is it well defined in this case? It is not well defined and it is also not fixed. The answer is not fixed in the last case. So in this case, when you are talking about collection of 5 best cricketers of the world, it will not be considered as a set. So what are the two main criteria to be a set? The first one is it has to be fixed. It has to be fixed. And the second one is it has to be well defined. Now second one is it has to be well defined. If these two conditions are satisfied, then we can say that yes, it is a set.